Currently at work. Just got finished putting in them big boy hours. Waiting on my lovely wife to pick me up with our lovely Dodge Caravan. But on a serious note, my favorite basketball team is Oklahoma City Thunder. Do I like the off-season moves? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure every OKC fan loved it. To be honest with you, I thought we was good with, Victor Oladipo. The boy is nasty. We got Paul George, which I believe is better. I love that acquisition. And I just like what Paul George brings to the game. Carmelo Anthony. I never really paid attention too much to him because I was so focused on my squad. Same thing with Paul George. But I have respect for them, to put it like that. Carmelo is an absolute beast. Don't get me wrong. The man can shoot the lights out. But I have a problem with my squad, just like everybody has a problem with this. We are losing way too many games. I don't care what nobody says about, oh, they're just getting together, give them time. That's true to a certain extent. But when you sit back and think about it, Carmelo Anthony and Paul George are playing out of position for the Thunder, if that makes sense. I'm going to break it down. I feel like Carmelo Anthony should be playing 3, not 4. The Orlando Magic, which is Aaron Gordon, is power forward. He pretty much dominated Carmelo Anthony. Why? Because I feel and believe this to my heart that Carmelo Anthony is not a true power forward. I believe that Billy Donovan and the OKC Thunder organization needs to start him at the 3 and sometimes put him at the 4, but not at the starting role. Paul George should be a shooting guard. Just imagine. Now, I like Roberson, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he's not a Thunder, if that makes sense. The man, I don't want to disrespect him, but at the same time, he misses too many free throws, and he's very inconsistent. He can lock up on D, but come on. Defense doesn't always win games. We need a complete team here. Like, let's be real for a second. We need a complete team. Now, let's just say that Roberson took the bench. Put Paul George in his place. You have Russell Westbrook at the 1, Paul George at the 2, Carmelo at the 3, Patterson at the 4, and Steve Adams at the 5. I can guarantee you that we'll win more games with that lineup. Why? Why? Because everybody's playing their position. OKC is looking like an experiment gone wrong every game. And I can imagine the frustration that Russell Westbrook is going through. First of all, he just signed a 5-year maximum contract. And I believe that he signed that because he felt like, well, I got Carmelo and Paul George. But I can understand the frustration behind that signing and the iffiness because he's probably like, man, what if they don't re-sign? I mean, what if they just saying this? And then with this team losing like the way they are, I can see why Westbrook is upset. He's probably scared out of his mind. He's like, man, I just signed 5 years to a team that might not even go anywhere. And what if Paul George and Carmelo leave me here? It's very frustrating as a fan. Like, sometimes I can't even watch the whole game. I'll turn it on for like the first couple quarters, and I'll get a little happy because I'm like, oh, they still, right behind these teams. But then I wake up the next morning to find out they lost, and I'm like, I'm glad I ain't watching because I probably would have broke my 55-inch 4K. It's frustrating. It's just very frustrating. And then on top of that, we don't have a bench. Don't get me wrong. Raymond Felton is a beast. I don't care what nobody say. He might be kind of out of shape, but the man can ball. He can ball. And Jeremy Grant is an absolute monster. I feel like he should be used more. Matter of fact, start him at the 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm Billy Donovan, like, this stuff ain't working what we doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not working, and we got to come up with some kind of better plan, yo, until we get some kind of trade going on. Now, this is my thing. I feel like Roberson and Singler should be traded. That's just my honest opinion. You need to get somebody that's going to come in there and just relentlessly shoot that ball and not scared. Like, this team is so timid. They're like, well, give it to Westbrook. Give it to Melo. Give it to Paul. That's it. Like, come on, man. We need a real team going on here. We need to be passing the ball more. And most of all, like I said, man, players are playing out of position. We need a true team, and the players need to be playing in their real positions. I guarantee if you put Carmelo at the 3, Paul George at the 2, Russell, of course, at the 1, and put another power forward in and have Adams at the center, we'll see more wins. And I'm going to say it again. It's because they are playing their position. This ain't no freaking back in the day, what they call it, Olympic Melo. Like, that's cool. The dream. That's very cool. But start that man at the 3. And then later on, if you feel like put him at a 4, put him at a 4 later. But don't start him at no freaking 4. It ain't working. I'm telling you. Look at when Carmelo was out. We won a game. Hint. Not to say that Carmelo's the problem. I'm not saying that. But play that man in his position. In his position. That's all I got to say, man. I'm very frustrated, though. I mean, I'm not giving up on my team. But I pray. I really pray that something happens. We need some kind of shaking in that lineup, man. And as far as if I'm Billy Donovan, if I'm Sam Presti, I'm talking to Paul George. Are you staying or what? We need to know something by the trade deadline, like straight up. And I'll be talking to Carmelo too. If I was Sam Presti and Billy Donovan, I'll be really talking to him like, look, I hear what you're saying in the interviews, but are you really staying? We got to do something. We got to come up with something. That's what I'll be doing if I'm Sam Presti or Billy Donovan, straight up. And I could picture Durant now laughing at us like, that's why I left. That's why I left. And I want that to stop. Like, do something to make that man shut up. Because I know that's what he's saying. I'll be like, if I could tap into my black side of me, to the black side, I'll be saying the same thing. That's why I left them, man. They can't ball. Like, they can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. But it's like, in a sense, I can't blame Durant for making that decision, but I am still upset that he went to the Warriors. Like, that's another story. But OKC fans, let's keep praying for our squad. I'm not giving up on my team. But like I said, if I'm Sam Presti and them, I'm talking to my freaking team. I'm ready up like, yo, y'all just came here on the trade, but are y'all staying or what? So we can get something out of y'all. We don't want that. If I'm Sam Presti, I don't want a repeat of what Kevin Durant did. He left, we ain't get nothing. I better start talking to them people, man. I'll come up there and talk to them. Y'all be blessed, man. I'm out.